Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA, and today's unboxing and test video, we're going to be taking a look at another product from Maono. This time, it's one of their more affordable desktop microphone setups. This is the AU-PM461S. This comes in at $44.99 USD on Amazon right now. Now, let's get this out of the way. I am not affiliated with Maono in any way. They did not pay me or endorse me to say anything positive or negative about this microphone. They did, however, send me this microphone, just like all of the other Maono products, for free. I've not paid for this. This is sent to me as a test sample, specifically for me to review. But all the opinions and things I will say in this video are mine and mine alone, not from Maono. So if you've been following around, I've done 3 of their microphones, I believe, headphones, and their podcast setup. So this is the 6th product, I think, that I've done from them. I have done one more of their affordable range microphones. I believe that was like the $50 or $60 range. I don't remember offhand. There might be a link to that video right up there. Some of their mics are good. Some of them are, it's a mixed bag. I mean, they're not terrible. I've definitely used worse. But let's see how the AU-PM461S holds out. And to begin with, let's crack open this box and see what we got inside. Okay. We have windscreen. Holder for the actual microphone. The clamp for the C-arm. Owner's manual. The USB cable to connect the microphone to my computer. The microphone itself, which is definitely smaller and lighter than any of the other Maono mics that I've done before. And we have the actual, if I can get it out, it's in there good, the C-arm. And now we're gonna go ahead and start with assembly, and we'll begin with the C-arm. Okay, and just like that, we are all set up. Now I have my C-arm mounted, microphone set up, USB cable running directly into a 2016 MacBook Pro running Adobe Audition. Now once I kick this puppy on, I am not going to edit the audio at all. I want you to hear the raw audio from this microphone. But before we get there, one thing I'm noticing, the microphone, it sits very, very loose in the cradle here. And as you can see, this is the gain knob. If I turn it towards my face, where it should be facing me, it's gonna turn. That's because it sits so loose in here. The USB cable that connects it to my computer, because it's a brand new cable, it's got all these kinks and stuff in it, it's pulling the actual microphone. So for me to get the microphone to stay straight, I have to kind of wrap the cable around one of the adjustment knobs for the C-arm. So now it's facing me, it's straight at me. So we're gonna go ahead, I got Audition recording, and I'm gonna turn this on. And okay, see VU waves. I'm at about 50% power right now. I am seeing a little bit of red. I peaked a little bit in the VU monitor in Adobe Audition. Now it seems to be, I gotta gauge where I need to sit. Like I don't wanna swallow the microphone. So I'll sit back. This is pretty comfortable. I feel okay sitting about this far to the microphone. Now, my elbow is on the table. So people talk with their elbows on the table. So I want to see how much interference the microphone jiggling is going to get. Again, because it is sitting so loose inside the cradle here, it's not even that it's bouncing because this is a suspended cradle. There's like a ring, it's just sitting very, very loosely. It doesn't feel like it's screwed in all the way, and no matter how much I screw it, it just doesn't seem to get tight. It just keeps spinning. So I'm sure that's going to give me some interference now. arms on my lap. And when I sit back, I could definitely see the drop in the VU. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to crank it up a little bit more. Probably about 3/4 power. I'm trying to sit about where I was, definitely peaking a lot more. So if I was a loud talker, definitely I would go about 50% power. And we're going to go ahead. Let's just crank her. All right, we're blasted. We're at max. We are peaking hardcore. Let me get all the way back here. I'm probably a good 16, 18 inches from the microphone now. And looking at the screen, looking at the VU meters, I look like I'm in a good range. So if I was going to sit this far back, I'd max it out. But you never really want to max out your microphone anyway. So we're going to roll this back. Let's roll this back to about 50%. And it does feel like when it hits that 50%, there's a little, I don't want to say click because it definitely didn't click. But it definitely, it felt like it locked into a position at 50% where it doesn't feel like if I'm rotating it any other way, it's definitely not, but it definitely locks in at 50%. So if I were to talk at 50%, elbow on the table again, this would be comfortable for me right now. I look like I'm recording pretty good, but I have to listen back and check it out. So let's do that two ways. I'm going to listen directly through the speakers of the microphone. Then I'm going to grab a pair of headphones and listen back to the headphones, and we're going to see how it sounds. So let's go ahead and test that out now. I'm at about 50% power right now. I am seeing a little bit of red. I peaked a little bit in the VU monitor. Sit back. This is pretty comfortable. I feel okay sitting about this far to the microphone. There's like a ring. It's just sitting very, very loosely. Might as well test a Maono mic with Maono headphones. Okay, now that we took a listen, let's talk about it. So listening back through the actual speakers on my computer, it sounds pretty good. I'm actually very, very impressed with the sound quality out of this microphone. If you saw I was on my phone, I was looking back to see what the first Maono microphone I reviewed was. I just called it the Maono USB microphone. I didn't put a model number down, so I don't remember the model number, but I do remember being very displeased with that microphone. It had a very echoey metallic sound to it. That was not the case at all here. With the headphones on, it did sound slightly hollow, and you could definitely hear when I was adjusting the gain knob and when I put my elbows on the table, you could definitely hear that better with the headphones on than directly through the laptop speakers. So if you put some better speakers on, you're probably gonna hear a little bit of that. But all in all, I'm actually very impressed with the sound quality. For 45 bucks, this is definitely a step up from that very first Maono microphone I reviewed. I was not very happy with the sound quality I got out of that at all. It was just, I remember a very metallic sound, was not pleased, but for 45 bucks, this is definitely good. Now, would I use this for like a pro podcasting setup? No, I definitely would get some really good gear for that, but for someone that's working at home doing some Zoom meetings, or if you're starting out in like a live streaming where you're gonna be on like Twitch or doing some YouTube live streaming or anything like that, this is it's a pretty good low-end investment to just try to get into the game. For 45 bucks, I'm actually very surprised. Now, you know, the C-arm isn't the best. I mean, it works. It's got a fair amount of adjustment. I can go up, I can go down, I can adjust my microphone in a lot of different ways. So I can actually move it around. And the only negative that I really had was it's just the microphone sits super, super loose. So you can see as soon as it popped off of that, I had it on, caught on everything. I had it on, if you could see, this knob here. That's how I was keeping the microphone from spinning. So let me try to get it about where I had it again. Had it back a little bit, maybe right around, I don't know, around here. This seems close-ish to where I had it. I would talk it probably. Now I got the cable all stuck. Let me get that set. But that's all I did was I just I got it where I wanted it, and then I wrapped the cable around the knob, and it helped to hold the microphone where I wanted it. So yeah, I definitely had it more. There's a lot of adjustment here. Anyway, I digress. The C-arm isn't the best C-arm, but for $45, you're not gonna get like a $200-300 C-arm quality. It is it is all, yeah, it's metal. Even the full clamp, yeah, so I thought maybe some of it would be plastic, but it's aluminum, so it's not like, it's not steel. It's not gonna last you forever. It will bend eventually if you're banging this around and moving around a lot. But if you have like a static setup where you just want to clamp this down to your desk and get it pretty much dialed in where you're just swinging it in and out, this is gonna be a pretty good setup. I mean, I'm actually quite surprised at how good it sounded for what it is. So in summation, it's pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised with the microphone for $45. It's definitely a really good intro microphone if you're gonna do, again, like Zoom meetings, you're gonna do like live streaming, if you're gonna do some like live stream gaming, it's gonna be good, especially if you're just getting into it, because you don't wanna spend a ton of cash when you're getting into something, because you don't know if you're gonna be any good at it. You're not gonna know if you're gonna really enjoy it till you start doing it for a while. So you don't wanna spend a ton of money on extremely high-end gear and then find out that you hate it, and now you have all this stuff that you could sell, but you're gonna take a loss on it. So for $45, I feel like this is a really, really good intro mic. Definitely better than that first Maono that I reviewed. So all in all, if you're looking for a decent starter USB mic, this Maono AU-PM461S, I'm gonna go ahead and recommend it. It's not bad. It's a good price point, 45 bucks. Get it on Amazon. I think I got it in like 2 days. I have Prime, but I think I got it in 2 days. A lot of stuff is coming one day now, but I mean, you get a microphone in 2 days. You get pretty much everything you need except for the capture device. So if you're gonna be doing any kind of live streaming or Zoom meetings, you're gonna need a computer or a tablet anyway. The only downside is that, yeah, you're going to need, if you're using this for like meetings and you're doing a Zoom, you're gonna need a USB input. So sometimes tablets, they don't have that. You can get dongles and adapters. So just keep that in mind. It's only going to be USB. So if you want to use this with, say, a tablet, you're going to need a dongle or an adapter. Or if you're going to use it with the MacBook Pro, you're gonna need a dongle because there's no USB ports on this thing. So keep in mind, it's only gonna come with a single USB input. Other than that, it's a little loose. Just use some tape. Some of the other mics come with cable ties where you can actually just strap this. This one did not come with any cable wraps. Otherwise, I probably would have just cable wrapped the wire, but I just tucked it around the knob. Does the same thing. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and say, sure, it's worth your 45 bucks. If you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.